Hi everybody, it's Linda. Today I'm going to show you the 3 journals that I've been working on this summer. Okay, so the covers are made from little like dollhouse carpets. This idea is from Sabrina Oroskovich, I believe that's her last name. From a few years ago, she did this. So, and I bought a pack of 4 from Amazon. I think it was like 4 for $10. I made one journal a few years ago, like after I saw Sabrina's video. And then I had the other 3, and I decided I'm trying to use up my stash that I would make 3 more journals using up the rest of them. So this is the cover. I added lace and a tie to both sides, the front and the back. And I lined it with fabric. I lined them with fabric, and then I sewed on this burlap ribbon that had lace on it, and then I glued this flower, strip of fabric flower that I bought from Amazon recently. So in the so there's a pocket on both sides. So in the front pocket, I just have some extra ephemera pieces, and this tag is from Thelma Hall. So that goes in here. And as someone might want to know, these measure, the inside is about 4, the outside is a little bit more, 4 by like 6.5. It's a good size. So I did a bit of stamping here. And then, yeah, I was getting weird pressure, which was totally my fault. So I added a few more extra little stamps. But at first glance, it looks like a little garden down there. And I used coffee dye paper. And then to reinforce some of the edges, I glued down some washi. Because, you know, you can't trust washi by itself. So this is thicker paper from when I make journals, I also grab sheets of paper from other notebooks I have, so they're all different widths, and some are watercolor paper from sketchbooks. Like, I just go all over the place, and I forget why, but for some reason I had to add this strip here, and so I made a little corner cluster, well, it's not really a cluster, a little corner for a mini envelope. I don't think there's anything inside, so, and then put a sticker on there. And then some washi again here. I think this was one of those from that notebook that Dollarama sold that I'm trying to not use too much because I'm on my second one, and the paper's going fast because it's beautiful paper. I'm dying for them to bring those journals back. They were $4, but they're so worth it. And anyway, here's some coffee dye paper. I had printed these at work, and if I remember, I'll print some more. I'll photocopy them, and then I can bring them home and coffee dye them. So don't tell anybody at work. But yeah, I made this with Excel. I just made it like lines so that when it's landscape regular sheet of paper, when you fold it up, I do have a gap in the middle for the fold. So there's some writing spots. The only way I can't find a stamp to make lines with. I do have one, but it's only, a little small one, which is fine for tags, but not for a big sheet. So I added some, this is from that paper I just showed you in my last video, from my haul. This was from a piece of paper, scrapbook paper I got from Dollar Tree in Canada. So this was part of one of the strips. So I guess that's supposed to be like moths? Dresses? I have no idea, but it's cute. So that just flips open for just more extended writing. I did a little stamp, number 45. This is from one of those planner pads that Dollarama sells. I added a cluster up here. Okay, and it just flips open again for more writing space or whatever you want to do. Coffee paper. Here's one of those dot notebooks that paper, a notepad, and I grabbed a couple of sheets from there. I put a stamp because I had bought a ton of used stamps. So I put one here, and this is from Belgium, and then over here, Netherlands. And a little stamp, just to kind of like add some interest to the page. Oh, wait, sorry. I'm trying to look upside down. Okay. And then over here, again, this is from, it was a pad of paper I found. I can't remember which dollar store. And it's for helping kids, a primary book, helping kids to learn to write or print. So got that. This was from a pad of ledger paper or something. Again, from, I think it was, might have been Dollar Tree. So I had to cut it down, but I folded it up. I put a stamp there. Champs-Élysées. Fold it over for more space. Coffee dyed. There's some scrapbook paper with a little cluster there. Just a playing card that I use as a tuck spot. This I made a while ago. This was actually, sorry, this was one of the few freebies I printed, digitals. And then I backed it onto coffee paper. So that just goes there. There's another planner sheet there. A little stamp there, isn't that cute? And I flip over. And then over here, this is a belly band from Thelma that comes with its own little pocket for a tag. So that's like, Thelma made that, and then I added a seed thing for there. And then over here I have a flip out of a card just for more writing or whatever. This is a piece of tissue or napkin paper. I can't remember now. I think it's tissue paper. I used that I had bought, and I thought, again, I need to use stuff up. So it was a Tim Holtz medium, collage medium matte finish. So I brushed it down, and then I put it on, and then I went over it, and you can barely tell that it's like a piece of paper on top of, like a piece of something on top of a piece of paper. It's amazing. But I only did that weird size, so I added a little cluster up here, and I put one of my samples of my wax seals with my letter L, and just some scraps and corrugated for interest. And then there's just more writing or whatever. A doily on the corner, which I then went over on this side. Center of the signature. These are all one signatures. And then here, over here, I just glued down a piece of vellum that I embossed, and then I inked up for interest. And then there's a piece. This is fabric. I think this was just a piece, either it was a piece of fabric or it was a piece of the linen fabric washi that I bought a couple trips ago in the States, Tim Holtz. I think I showed that on the video, so that might have been my May trip. And then just some more space for whatever, stamp there of a tag. I love it, little mini tag. Coffee dyed paper. I made a pocket out of piece of vellum. It's dark vellum, but you can kind of see that it's vellum. And this is just extra writing paper. This is like watercolor paper or sketch paper. Put that in there. Here's a pocket. I added Velcro. There's a bingo card in here, but anything can go in there. And then I added a bird because I didn't actually like crease it, but it had a weird crease mark. So I put a bird there for interest, and I added a little gem for his eye. You can see that. And then just an extra piece, I embossed that. Extra piece that someone can do whatever they want with. Here's a card from that paper pad I just showed. Not paper pad, piece of scrapbook paper from Whippy. And I added this to the other side of the paper clip because on this side is one of those kites from G. Kerr. I believe it was G. Kerr. If it wasn't G. Kerr, it was Natasha Treasured Books. I think it was G. Kerr though. And anyway, it just holds, the flap closed. So, and then here's the other half of the planner sheet. Little stamp there. Now this was from Wendy's Journal Adventures. She's Canadian, so she went to the same, one of the craft stores, one of the dollar stores we have up here is called Dollarama. And I saw these and never really thought much about them. But of course, next time I saw them, I bought a couple packs. For like $1.25, you get like 18, they're little plastic like slot holder that you would put you would stick this on the edge of your binder, on the side of your binder, and then you make your own label. So these stick down really well, like they're really adhered. And it even has a spot down here where you would push it out. So she made a special tag and an eyelet and everything. So I thought I can do that. So, and it's clear. So I love it. I thought, what a great idea. And I was thankful she showed that because it is a great idea. So I bought a couple packs and now I have a lot. So I think I have one of those in every journal. This book belongs to, just extra space. I had bought one of the trips in the States. They had, I might have shown it. I bought this. This is a label maker, but nowhere in the store do they sell the labels. So I had to buy the actual label thing here I bought it from Amazon. It's not, it does, works okay, but then I decided screw it. So I went and got this. It was the same price at Walmart, but I just ordered it from Amazon because I was ordering something else. So another label maker. And this, I think, is spaced out more. But I had the extra. It comes with a few rolls of tape, but I had extra from the one I bought for the little guy. So this was made from one of them. I'm not sure which one. I think the small red one makes them a little bit smaller. But yeah, so every journal has one of those for each journal. So the other half of the ledger paper, there's another stamp there, another flower. Just the other half of that writing paper, dot paper. Oh, and here I took my Tim Holtz random letters. Are they random or ransom letters? Because they're all different. And I also used, in one of the trips I had bought letters that were on tags. I think I showed that in the video. So I made the word junk and had it going over so it sticks out a little bit, if you can see that. Just for interest. And then more writing. A little cluster as like a tab just for flipping over. More writing or whatever space you want. There's the other half. There's the other half of that planner page. A little stamp, a little weird design stamp up there. Just interest from that whippy piece of paper. Writing. There's some more washi. Again, washi. I think maybe it had ripped a bit or something. I'm giving away my secret. And then there's that other half of that. I don't know why I did it so big. And then this was, I guess because it didn't show on the first side, from a coloring book notebook that I had bought years ago. And then this is graph paper that was coffee dyed. And then I did a handmade for you by, and I signed my name, my YouTube name. And then this is a writing board. So it's a little bit smaller than the page, but I don't feel it, to get it to sit in there. And also you don't really need it that big anyway. But yeah, so that has a writing board over there. And there's that ribbon again. With the flower ribbon added on, and that's it. So yeah, like I didn't know if there was more I should add. Like I don't like to over decorate. I mean, a lot of people do such a great job at it, but I always think I don't. So I just feel uncomfortable that I'm making it worse. Like instead of instead of making it nicer. Okay, so here's what I call the green one. So one signature. A little bit, I did ribbon on each just to extend it beyond the pages. So, and now this one has this green fabric on the inside and the same ribbon sewn on. Another Thelma. Thelma's in all my journals here. Another Thelma tag. I made a Memorydex card that I'm putting in here. I even have my information on the back in this envelope. So there's the back. And my envelope, just the little envelope sticks there. Okay, there's a little butterfly. And then I don't, again, see, I could probably add more stuff, but I don't. And then just an extra card. So, wait, turn this around. Don't want it to get smoked. Okay. So they're all basically the same. Okay. So there's paper with, again, washi. And then there's the graph paper. Again, washi. I don't know why I did that with that vintage paper. It looks like the vintage paper is upside down, but that's fine. Here's a cluster down here. Flip that over. Another corner tag with a little tag, just a plain tag. I might add a ribbon or something to it, we'll see. Interest from that paper, piece of paper, scrapbook paper, and then there's more writing. A vellum tuck with a little card, and more writing. This is, I don't want to pull it. Be careful. See, it's ripping. I hate that. I might have to stick something there just to protect it because the paper clip is a bit tight. A little book I made as a paper clip and just stuck it on here for interest. Yeah, I don't want the person to rip this more, so I'll put a little cluster there or something. Paper, flip it out. Here's one of those planner pages, and I folded it up. So down here I have just some extra scraps, and they can do whatever they want with them. Add them in here somehow. Another junk tab at the side. This time I use the U from the tag letter collection. Here's another one of those where it's amazing. I didn't realize it did that. Like, I really like that. Like, so it looks like your napkin really is part of the paper. And I added this for interest on this planner page at the edge there. So there's more writing. This is from that scrapbook paper piece. Writing. This is, I just folded it. Text spot with the card, that ledger paper. I made just a tab out of fabric. This was a piece of fabric someone gave me, and so I cut up some pieces. And I still have like this. It's like an envelope. Can you? Oh, hang on. I think it goes this way. It's like an envelope there. See, it's like a little. That's supposed to be like a wax seal, and there's a postcard. There's a postcard, and then a photo, a group shot. I just thought they were so cute, so I used this one, folded it over and glued it down, and it became a tab. And then this was a piece of vellum from one of those vellum packs that I found at your dollar store with more. Thought I need to use things up, so I glued that onto, this is the center scrapbook that goes in the center of the book. So I just glued it for interest. Anyway, so there's where you can do whatever you want. And then down here, another This Book Belongs. Coffee dye, ledger. There's another one of those flips. Another planner sheet, coffee dye paper. This is the other type of planner. Oh, see, I didn't use the pocket, but I did make another die. Another tag that would fit in one of those. And then that's from that Whippy scrapbook paper. And then down here, these are some flowers from Thelma. So I think they're all from Thelma. So I added them down here with some bling. And then the other side of the planner sheet. And then here's some more writing space. And then I added stamps along here for interest on both sides. So I just took a bunch because I was trying to use up my stamps, right? Because first I felt like I had none, and now I have way too many. So I use that up. Not too many, but you know, I have a lot. So a belly band from Thelma, and just an extra card. And then I put this is from one of those sticker books, the antiquarian sticker books. It's just like flowers. I don't know if you could see it that well. It's just flowers, I believe. Some of the that dot notebook paper, coffee dyed, again, interest, flip out. Here's the junk journal. I separated it into 2 words instead of one sticker. I put another cluster up there. And then over here, when you flip it over, there's a tuck spot here. I should probably, here, I'll throw this here. I have a little belly band and made a little envelope. There's nothing in it, but I have the envelope hanging over it. These little envelopes I made from this, I believe Cheryl T gave me this. I think it was Cheryl T. I apologize if it was someone else. Gave me this little, it's just like a little stack for notes, just to make little jotting down, little scratch pad, right? But they're all loose papers. So I just made envelopes out of them for these journals. And then that's from that scrap pad. And then a journaling card. And then here we go with some more paper. And this one I glued there and stuck this card under the flap. And this is just regular coffee paper. Oh, actually it's graph coffee dyed paper. And then over here, a bingo card in the envelope. And that just flips over. Like, I should add stuff to it, but remember, I can't think of what to do. So here's some more writing. And it's the coloring paper, my stamp, and another coloring board. I believe the coloring boards match the color of the... yeah, they kind of match the color of the book. So, almost looks like it's nowhere near the same pattern, but at first glance, oh, they go together. Anyway, so there's that, and again with the ribbon. So that's green. Now, this tie ribbon that I used is a bit harsh. It doesn't really go, but it was the only green I had. So therefore I used darker green to sew it on. So that's green, and then pink. So we have the pink outer with the lace ribbon at the edge, and a Thelma tag. Again, this time I used the burlappy flower fabric. I believe a lot of these were from Dollar Tree, the fabrics. And so there's the burlap lace ribbon with the flowers. So over here, junk journal. Flip it over. A cluster here. You can see that. A cluster there. A Thelma belly band and a card. A seed card or whatever, flower card. That's just the scrap of paper for this book. Graph paper. The coloring page, writing, the vintage paper, the planner page, and then here's another one of those fabric pieces that I cut out. I just glued it there for interest. And then there's more writing space, interest, more writing from the ledger, playing card, and then just an extra card. More writing, and then here's more writing, and then here's another one of those. Each book has it. I tried to do the same elements in each book, and this time I put it across the top and used the K tag as like a little tab there. So this is another one from the antiquarian books, British Seaweeds. Just stuck that down. A corner pocket, again, here's one of those little envelopes from that paper. An extra little notebook folded over, and this just flips over, and there's a lot of space there. Space, writing. Here's a cat paper clip. It holds this little card from that Whippy scrapbook pad. A scrapbook piece of paper. Oh my god, I can't get that right. More writing. Just a little tag. I should put something through there, some piece of lace. Pocket from one of those sets that we bought at Dollar Tree, one of the recollection sets. And I just put a piece of fabric and a stamp there, and I added the Velcro. And in here is some of those sheets. From, I believe, Cheryl. So I'll put that back in here. Okay. Oh, why aren't you closing? You should close. Okay. And then this is thicker scrapbook paper for the center. So I glued down a strip of vellum. This just flips out for writing. Tucks in there. And then over here I made a belly band, but these buttons, I believe, are from Thelma. And then here's 2 cards. I think each book has a bingo card, if you've noticed. Here's my writing paper. Again, for interest. Flips open. Sorry, I keep adjusting, I apologize. Some more of the dot paper, a belly band with just a strip of that fabric, a card. Here's another one of those that I actually used the tag, the pocket, and thickened it up. And I even did an eyelet there. So you flip that open, you just have more space, more space. This book belongs to paper, writing paper. This was for interest. This was a circle that I did that the gel polish, and then you bake it under the UV light. So that was one of my samples. And it's all nice and smooth and shiny. I don't know if you can see how shiny it is. And that's just for interest. And then that flips open. Another flip. Writing. Okay, so here's a cluster, another cluster. And then another pocket with the vellum. And here's an extra. I decided to, when I was adhering something to the back of this, I decided to take advantage and have some more coloring space. Use up more of that paper. It's a fun notebook. There's the other side. There's some more writing from that beautiful vintage paper. Here's more of that, see, washi. Even though you glue it down, it still likes to come up. From that coloring pad, a little bit at the bottom, the graph, coffee dyed, and then the scrapbook, handmade, and this is a pinky reddish. I guess it doesn't really matter which side. The writing board, and that's it. That's what I've been doing all summer. I know you're probably laughing at me, but I don't know, I can't think of what to do. So I think I know what my next project will be. I'm not going to say anything, but it's probably, actually I will say, I think I'm going to work on a Halloween daily. Like, we have December dailies, and I always make a December daily. I don't use them myself, but I don't date them, so that way if I ever sell them or give them away in the future, anyone can use them at any year. I think I'll do a Halloween one, because I have a ton of Halloween stuff, as you probably saw in my last video, where I did even haul a few more packs of Tim Holtz elements for Halloween. So anyway, so these are my 3 journals. I might add a dangle to them. That's probably the last thing, really, other than maybe some tag ties, tag toppers. So those are my little journals that I've made, and I think I'm now done with them, pretty much. And I hope you guys like them, and I guess I'll talk to y'all later. Bye, everybody.